Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions. You are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Summer House Martha's Vineyard. This is season 2, episode 9, and this is also the season finale. And after watching the episode, I think I understand why it is the season finale. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video and also subscribe to my channel, so that you can stay updated on the content that I do deliver for you all, and you can leave your comments below. So, I don't know how long I'm going to be up because there's not much meat in this whole situation. The episode didn't really have the drama like you really think, even from the trailer that we received last week. So, we'll begin where we left off last week. Nick was confronting the women, Shanice, Noelle, and Bria. Of course, Bria always has to be dramatic about stuff. For some reason, Bria is the only one that's able to pop off when she wants to talk to people any old type of way. And now Nick is being disrespectful because I don't even know. Somehow Bria thinks that he's being disrespectful because he's raising his voice. He's upset. I don't understand why you can raise your voice and say what you want to say, Bria, at any time. You're the one that's getting Crenshaw thugged out. This is the West Coast, baby. Tupac, Snoop Dogg. Whenever you want to raise your voice and go off. But somehow, Nick is feeling a type of way. And I think if you would have seen it from his point of view as to what is being targeted on him, you would be mad too. I mean, nobody can accuse you of anything. You say, I'm tired of people trying to come at me, but that's you. At any point, anybody wants to. It's like anytime it's time to point the finger at you, you get defensive and crazy. Nick is trying to figure out what's going on. Y'all said y'all didn't say nothing. We got video recording of what you said. Amir, so she walks off. She goes upstairs. I think she goes outside first. She talks to Simon. So, Bria, you want to be protected against white people that are racist towards you. You don't want Simon to come in to protect you against Nick, of all people, that you call Urkel later on in the episode, even though you wanted to be his cuddle buddy, even though you wanted him to take you to these fancy restaurants. I mean, couldn't Simon handle that? So, these conversations and scenes are so weird to me sometimes because it's like, how does this match up? You're the one that's needing this cowboy Carter protector in one scene, and the next, I'm going to go vent to him, but Simon never comes in and says, hey, are we good? What's going on? Because wouldn't you, as a boyfriend, Simon, want to know what's going on between Bria and Nick? Because in some type of way, Nick is flirting with your girl. Nick is being disrespectful to your girl. So is he not listening, as you say, Bria? But you had no problems with that. Maybe I am going to get 10 minutes of content because I'm kind of going off on certain things. I'm like, what? That don't make sense. Bria don't make sense. You don't. So Alex goes upstairs and he gets Bria to come back downstairs. Because she's she's venting to Simon. She goes in the house and then goes upstairs. So they come back, they have their final spill of everything, and basically they dead the whole situation. Amir in his confessional was like, well, I'm glad that Natalie's not in this. Because he won't be yelling at my woman like that. Okay, so according to my review last week, I think that I didn't go all the way in as I should. Some things I said last week are contrary. I even put it in one of my comment replies. Shout out to Miss Bell over there in YouTube land. I did go back to see what was going on with Shanice and Natalie and Noelle and Bria. Bria did say that she did not want to confront the situation. And also Noelle said, no, I wasn't there. I don't know anything, da-da-da-da-da-da. Shanice said nothing. So Natalie did take it upon herself to try to go to Tasia. I do feel like some of this is production encouraged But then now I do feel like, from how this episode is, because we'll get into that in just a second about Amir, kind of Amir influence, and then some of the things that are going on behind the scenes, meaning off camera, with Amir in interviews. It's kind of like, Amir? Because I forgot who said it, and it may have been Miss Bell that said Amir is sneaky, but I think somebody else has said it too, that I watched the reviews. I think I can see it now, because it's like, dude, look, as much as Natalie wants to be a girl's girl, something was going to get started with her, and it seemed like she was taking accountability in front of them, but it wasn't really. It's like, she threw the bomb and kind of was able to stand back and let other people take the fall, while she didn't go in and at least try to rescue them out of the bomb disaster, you know? Do I think that the other girls are innocent? No. They said that they were just gossiping, but y'all was on camera. And y'all said some, in my opinion, some dangerous stuff about Nick. Oh, if somebody was there that wanted to F him, he would totally do it. How do you know that? What did he do? What was his implication that he would do that? Because again, you flipped out, Bria, last year when Summer took her top off in front of your guy. I think Shanice took it off too. I don't remember. But who was in the wrong? Because you really didn't go after Summer. Summer tried to help out the situation between you and Simon, because you were ready to break up with Simon. Over that, and then some other stuff that was going on. So I'm lost at how, I don't know. I listened to also content creator Busy Blue. He thinks the responsibility is on Nick. Nick, you have, your reputation does precede you. You're saying one thing in your confessionals, but these ladies said something else that is part of your reputation. And he never had the same type of conversation that he had with Jordan and Summer about Bria, Shanice, and Noelle and how they felt. But I will say this, nobody knew anything about how they felt. And they don't feel a way, according to them. It's just what they see and observe. But they have such strong opinions, but acting like something happened to them, but then when you get in their face, nothing happened to them. So it can be, look, Nick got wrong information. Telephone went bad. And Natalie, you do have to take some responsibility for this. All four of y'all need to take responsibility. As a guest, that doesn't look good. I'm sorry. I don't know if Amir was trying to have this be a way for Natalie to get in the house for next season. Because how he feels is that he needs his girlfriend there in order to have a good time, because he clams up and has to go to this different type of personality when she's not there. I get that part of the whole situation, but your girl is doing too much. As far, if she's up to that shenanigans, although in let's say housewife world, that would be totally okay. But you're amongst a group of friends that need to kind of get along, and they got to be in the same house for 15 days. That mess is not going, it's going to implode and explode in that house. And it's not the right energy. So I did hear that Amir escaped accountability at the reunion. So I don't know. Look, Amir, you may be the golden boy of Bravo right now. I don't have that much problem, but I see some things that are not cool that are coming from you, or at least is being portrayed of you, that I can still call you out and just say, wait, let's not. I don't think that you should not be in the house, because you do need different type of black people, different lifestyles, different upbringings. I think it's cool. And I don't think anyone should be left out of this whole experience. I mean, this is what reality TV is a social experience. What we're doing is putting people in situations and seeing how they actually, you analyze it. And that's just that. People seem to still be cool with you. Even though you wasn't taking accountability, they're not saying, okay, well, you need to get out of the house. Now, they have reacted to how you have done interviews saying that you don't really want to be there unless it's with Natalie. And they said, well, bye. If you want to go, bye. And I don't blame them, because look, it's just not going to happen. By chance, because Jasmine and Simon, who were the heads of everything, they were able to bring their significant other. But I mean, this is just your girlfriend, and for what? Like, if your girlfriend is that insecure and you got to build up all this trust to be away from her for 15 days, that's not cool. I get that nobody wants a mirror. We get that. I do understand if you watch first season and seeing him pursue this other woman for a whole, well, not a whole summer, for 15 days, I can see how that could be intimidating. And you can't be looking at your dude like, so what are you really doing up there? But you've been up there for a day, for however long, 2 days or 3 days. Why? At this point, you should have a better perception of your dude. That's all I gotta say. Look at me, I done been it more than what I was supposed to. Sorry if this has bored you, but let's just get this out of the way because there wasn't much content. Milo went missing, and guess what? I don't care. And I'm saying this in the way that I knew Milo was gonna get found. 2 minutes in, and Bria was crying. Okay, maybe I just don't really like Bria that much, and I just don't have any sensitivity towards her, but I'm coming off cold, but it's like, okay. I don't think that Milo is one of those dogs that's gonna run away. I think that he will travel someplace and eventually come back. That's the type of a feeling that I do get from him, but y'all can think, whatever y'all think it. The only way that Milo is gonna be gone is if somebody takes him. And now I can put some other thoughts in your head. Well, maybe he was taken. I don't know. But I mean, production was sitting there watching the dog walk off and did nothing about it. So I didn't really have any thoughts about it. I just knew it wasn't going to be as bad as how they were trying to make it out to be. Summer, she decides that she's going to leave early. She's dealing with a lot. She goes and talks with Preston and Jasmine, and they support her on it. I think it was the next morning. She tells Jasmine about it, and I think Jasmine goes and texts Noelle specifically that she's going to be leaving. Do you want to say goodbye? And Noelle's in bed, and she says no. And I said, oh, so it's real. Like, because we know that Noelle's very forgiving, but she did say that I can forgive, but I'm not going to forget, and I do need some space. Okay. But I did recently see an interview with Summer. I forgot what page it was. I've never heard of these content creators, but they're YouTubers out of Miami. Shout out to Miami. But anyways, she's saying that Summer said that she's not that close with Noelle. Because she was like, well, why didn't you confide in me? I don't know you like that. I haven't even told people that I'm close to, Preston and Jasmine, of my business and how I feel. Why would I tell you? And the context that Summer was actually filling in made a lot of sense. She talked about Alex and all that good stuff too. Because Noelle is making it seem like we kind of like road dogs. We were pretty close. And I love Noelle. I think that there are some storylines that Noelle is playing into that's just not making sense. You know that there are a lot of reality stars that'll play into a storyline even though you know it's not the truth, but because it does work in your favor. Now, nobody needs to be assaulted. Summer said that things go on for an hour, 2 hours. You eventually see the blow up out of me. I had told Noelle to quit touching me, quit touching me, quit touching me, quit touching me. She's chasing me around the house. I'm trying to get away from her. Noelle is a fixer, as Summer did say. And then when I finally had enough, I shoved her. So you got knocked around a little bit, Noelle, of your own vice, or device, if you want to call it that. Just saying, Noelle. Although nobody should be hit, moved, whatever. Noelle, take a little accountability for your part, and when somebody tells you to stop. They did go to the beach, or went to the lighthouse. This was Alex's thing. His brother and another guy, Josiah, who sounds wonderful. I gotta get his information because I want the music just by hearing his voice for a couple seconds. They perform, and the ladies, well, not the ladies, everybody paints whatever they're feeling at that moment, and they show their art and all that good stuff. The following day, after Summer leaves, Jasmine has a dinner, and it's like a reflecting type of a dinner. The group comes together, and they do all this imitation stuff. I think Noelle, who did not want to go because she was like, oh, she got Alex. She imitated him. Alex got Preston. Bria got Jordan. Amir got Shanice. We don't know what the others. That's when they stopped. Whatever. So then we went to the reflecting. Jordan says that, I'm no longer I'm not sorry for anything. So okay. All I know is I go back in my head and I recollect to just see what I did wrong, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just now trying to find ways to better myself so that it doesn't happen again. I don't get that, and I don't understand why. I don't get that. Maybe y'all can tell me. Because, like, you're not apologetic for the stuff that you do. You're just going to move forward and correct it by your own methods. That's pride, lady. You can't admit your faults, but somehow you think you're going to find out on your own how to work out, how to be better at stuff that you do that you say that you don't really acknowledge and say that you're not sorry. That doesn't make sense. But people were like, ooh, whatever. Amir does apologize to Bria. Bria and Amir got into it because Amir is trying to make sure that Natalie is not in the mix of stuff. And Bria calls out, your girl was messy, and I think you need to own that. I do admit that now. She was. I don't know what her intent was, but it seemed messy. I don't know if she was more geared towards her own insecurities about her own man that Tasia needs to know. But I think it's partly that. I think, as I said before, production and also Amir encouraged. And maybe you didn't know the whole picture, Amir, but they're telling you what was up. And you're still trying to say, hey, leave Natalie out of this, da-da-da-da-da. So he apologized for raising his voice. Like, I just know next time I'm not going to go at the level that you are on. Now, Bria should have been taken aback. Said, what you mean? But no, she just says, I accept your apology. Where's your apology, Bria? All right, so that's about it. They pack up. Oh, this is the last thing. Bria says that Simon is not her soulmate. She has this person in Tribeca. And the reason I say person, because I don't know if they're male or female or non-binary. Who knows? She says that she believes that Simon is not her soulmate. This dude or this person in Tribeca is. She does believe that Simon is her person, but not her soulmate. What in the world is the difference? I'm totally lost. Who can help me out with that? Because it's like, what the freak? Sorry for the glare. I do apologize. Oof, sorry about that. What the freak is that? But whatever. So you're still, she said, well, I think we will get married. He is your meal ticket, as we've been saying over and over and over again. And you don't mind being a mule in the mattress for him. That's why I don't feel anything about the gripes that you have about the relationship. That's why I didn't feel nothing about the whole racism thing, because you're staying when you have opportunity to get out. And then you got a soulmate someplace else, and you're putting up with that because you want his money. And that's it. That's all my gripe. The end of the day, they went to the truth booth, and Preston said that they went in there. They were required to go in there a lot, and they hardly used any footage from the truth booth. I think the truth booth would kind of help with some of the story that was going on, because some of the stuff just was not connecting. I don't get it. Whatever. I'm not in production. I just need y'all to not play with our intelligence and stop playing. Like, make things make sense if y'all gonna be in production. It just didn't make sense. But anyways, Jasmine had her baby as an update. Silas Jr. Silas was able to get there 16 hours after Jasmine gave birth. When she saw Silas, she wept, and then we see footage of him holding his child. So congratulations to Silas and Jasmine. We should get a season 3. I don't understand why we would not, because our ratings are just about the same as another show that debuted around the same time as Summer House, which is a Southern Comfort, I think it is. Southern Hospitality, that's what it is. Their numbers aren't doing that well either, and they've been renewed for another season. Now, there could be different dynamics as, okay, what's this Sunday, and the rating should be 6 million or 4 million, as it was back in Atlanta's heyday. That's not happening in most of your shows. Unless you are the boat show. What's the show called? You're not getting those ratings. Sorry. That's all I do have. Next week is the reunion. I think it's only going to be one part, but we shall see. But I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. I think I talked enough. Please like this video. Also, subscribe to my channel if you are not, and leave your comments below. Until the next one, peace.